here at Lucky Cat Studios in Potrero Hill in San Francisco. Red Light Fever is a pickup band. It comes in for one day, works on one song all the way to completion, come in with a demo, walk out with a finished mix of the song, and the idea is it's a way to do just a low commitment version of a band.
We've been holding that G for a really long time. I think that we might want to have the kind of like, real staccato.
First part of that.
First, no intro, super chorus.
Yep.
Is that right? Yeah, got it.
And I think there's also a possibility that you don't have to just jam on one note there either. Even though that's what
we've done so far.
Yeah.
I'm Tom Monahan. I played bass today. I have actually known and played with Rob for years and years. We've worked together in various different projects. He asked me specifically to play in this project today. I think the thing that I found most intriguing about it was that very much like a lot of other musicians, I'm the kind of guy that plays with the same set of people again and again and again, and you get used to each other, and you talk about sort of the coming into a situation like this where you don't know the other players as well. I actually find it to be really exciting because you can't just drop into your usual. There is no usual for you to drop into, so you can't be a lazy player. It kind of makes you have to play on your toes and really react to the other people.
It's the second half of the first piece of the super chorus.
Or the second half of the times one.
Yep.
Got it. Of the first, yeah.
I did not. I kind of regret it. I would have liked to have done that, but.
Which is pretty straightforward. I'd like you to be able to kind of do like some play around with it.
So that cue that you've been talking about?
Yeah. Let's try to connect those with a little more like a build-up for you, because I think that'll kind of satisfy part of what Tom's saying too. I don't want that part to feel overly long.
That should definitely be like.
And then we should get something else out of the drums there. That shouldn't be so like that rhythm just is like it's chopping up like the song. Just watch, like be ready for that when it comes up. Yeah. Okay. Are we hitting the G note there for you?
I do think, it sounds really cliche, but I do think there's a little bit of a brotherhood aspect to like, people who've just played in bands, and there's so many of us out there who, have spent a lot of time practicing in bands, practicing in windowless rooms, playing shows, whatever it is, and maybe doing really cool stuff with it, and maybe recording, and maybe playing great shows, whatever it might be, but not, what you would call amateur musicians. Just a huge subset of the people I happen to know, including myself, right? So, who just really enjoy it as a kind of a part-time thing or whatever. But so I think that is a bonding aspect to almost everyone I know in the world, really.
Everybody all warmed up after all that cheese pizza?
Yeah.
Who wants more dairy and beer?
Yeah, let's go fucking run a marathon. Sounds great. All right, are you ready? We're just gonna get the fourth one.
I think we should punch that fourth one.
You think the second one's good? Yeah, jazz hands.
Jazz hands.
I want to see some spirit fingers, people.
No more.
My name is Conan Neutron, and I'm here with a bunch of dudes, some of which I know, some of which I did not know, to ostensibly write and record a song for the day. The immediacy is kind of a nice thing because it makes you really think about, okay, does this work in the context of what this is? But then you're also, it's like a spinning play deck because you're also juggling the fact that you're playing with people that you don't necessarily know, like you don't have the instinctual cues you have from being in a band, like, oh, they're gonna do this, or I know that like when so-and-so like does this on the drums or does this on the bass, like that's the thing that means this here. So since you don't have those cues, you gotta be hyper alert to that, but also you don't wanna mess up what you're doing as well, which may or may not be changing from take to take.
In my experience, projects expand to fill whatever time you give them, and that I've learned that over the years, and with my own other projects with bands. Yeah, I mean, if you give yourself an unlimited time, then it will take an unlimited amount of time. So yeah, this is just a way to constrain you. The blank page is the toughest thing. Yeah, it's just the opposite of overanalyzing, because music, like everything else, can get really intellectualized. You can get all, yeah, I don't know, I kind of don't think that's the point. I understand that that produces great things as well, but this is meant to be an opposing view of how that works.